Retail traders. This is the Sneaky Snake trading strategy where we talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. And right now I want to talk about my watch list into this coming into the year, what I'm going to be watching. Definitely watching tech into Christmas. And are we a bull or are we a bear? I'm kind of leaning on the bullish side of things, but we are at resistance and called that out. Now we've pulled back to a comfortable place where I think the market's got everything priced in, but we'll just have to see. But this is my watch list for August. I got Humana, SPX, Goldman Sachs, Tesla, Apple, QQQ, CCL, the SPX or SPY, Nvidia, IWM, Amazon, AMD, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Disney, Coke, Shop, Morgan Stanley, Airbnb, JP Morgan, you gotta have my banks, C, UAL for my favorite airlines, and then Boeing. So all these I think are great stocks to watch, and we're going to pull up a chart. Start off with, just kind of go through them, get a little glance look at them. Put them at the yearly. This was one of my favorite trades of the year that I called out. Called this knife out. The rumor was, the COVID gone, the cost of surgeries are going to go up and all that, and I just kind of laughed it off. I figured that was a great opportunity to buy this knife. We bounced all the way, hit the 200, and we got out of the trade. Now we've formed a little flag right here, and we're bouncing, getting ready to squeeze in between the 50 SMA and the 65 SMA and the 21, leaving the 9 as a equilibrium of support for right now on the daily time frame. So yeah, I've accumulated these stocks over years and years and years of technical analysis. And SPX, we've got Goldman Sachs on here. Called this bottom out here on Goldman Sachs last week. We already had our big bounce. Now we got to consolidate off the 200. I was fired up on the banks last week. Tesla is another great trade. Called this out at 110. We ran all the way almost 300% up to $300. Now we're consolidating. They got that great news out on Tesla. Just CNBC just can't stop bashing them. So that's why I like them so much. Apple, there's another great one we've had a pullback on. We break the 9, we can run up and hit this 50 real easily. Won't take long. That's what, $7. Right now we're a little bearish, but you could always catch it down here at the bottom maybe. Somewhere right around 174, the bottom of that candle. Right in here, right around 174 would be a good spot. Set an alert right around there. My chart I pull up, I like to set an alert to be ready for it, just in case if I get my first glance and we pull back and say, whoa, we're at support. You might want to start accumulating. There's my watch list. And I've got CCL on here. It's probably been hit pretty hard here lately. It can probably come down a little bit more, maybe land off this, I think it's the 200. Yeah, 200 EMA. A good spot to take this trade at. Real good spot. Maybe a little bit higher even. Somewhere right around $14. I'd consider it big time. But that CCL, they're having their own problems. Cruise lines. I've got Nvidia on here. This is the biggest pump out there right now, and we are pulling back. I did call the pullback to this red line, right around 420. We hit that yesterday. IWM definitely at support right now. Off this 300 SMA. We got Amazon Amazon's been on a tear lately. It needs to kind of come back and consolidate. Get to where you can't see them, you got to rechart them. I mean, no lower than 135 would be a good spot maybe to pick up on the 50 here. As we break over the 9 on the daily, we could start to double top, maybe triple top. We got AMD on here. I called this out yesterday. AMD. I really like buying this at $100. Every time I've called it off 100, we've had a nice little bounce. Again, called it off 100. Boom! $3 bounce off that 100 spot. So keep in mind, I had 99.13 support. We hit 99.45, but I was definitely all over this. 1, 2, 3, boom! If you can count to 3, you can trade with me. If you can't count to 3, you might as well give it up. Even 2 sometimes works. So that's that. We've got Google on here. It's been popping on the scanner a lot. Google. I always like to pull that 20-day, 1 hour. We've had a real good run on this. I called the bottom down here, a double bottom on the 20-day. Now we're at a double top at resistance. I'd like to see it come back and touch the 200 and gain respect off these here moving averages. Strong buy would be the 51 EMA on the 20-day, 1 hour time frame. So I'm always looking for a pullback, and you can see the consistency here off the 200. Boom. Boom. Let it pull back. Boom. For a triple top. AMD, I think I've already gone through that one. Love this stock down at 100. Meta had been on a real good tear here also. We really like Meta a lot. Maybe down here I'm seeing consistency bouncing off the 200 and the 300 SMA, simple moving average. Somewhere in between there. Definitely had a pullback on Friday and then yesterday consolidated. So we could run back up and find resistance at this inverse head and shoulders, and that's a Meta. And we got Microsoft on here. Disney's been beat up real bad. I called this bottom out on Disney. Looks to me like we've already hit our target. I did a woke video on these stocks. I said they were ready. That includes Nike. Where's it at? Now Nike might be ready. Nike's looking real good right now. Nike is looking real good. Just because we're down here at a cheap spot. I mean, it's cheap right now. Oh yeah, I got the 1, 2, 3 punch going on right here. Go woke, go broke. Definitely down here at a gap. I'm seeing that gap right in here, so that's another solid support right there. I'll definitely be looking at Nike today. Nike should run up a good buck. Morgan Stanley. These stocks have all been beat up pretty bad. I called these bottoms down here on these banks. I mean, when you're down here at a consistent area, and they like to bounce up off of it, and this is what, the 4th time now? I already called these out. JP Morgan, same thing. We broke out of the snake. Need to pull back. Citibank, called this one out down here at the double bottom off the support level, off a year low. I mean, look at here. That's a daily double bottom. Higher low. Out of a snake. Breakout. Pull back. Boom. And we're already at resistance. It only took 3 days. 3 days to get back at resistance. See the resistance here? That's resistance. That's support. What was support now becomes resistance. resistance, resistance, support, 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 support. And UAL Airlines. Oh man, you talk about something been beat up pretty bad. Airlines, I'd be keeping a real close eye on airlines right now. Boeing also is definitely at support. We're definitely liking Boeing right here. Just draw that trend line on up, and I bet you it smacks right into it. If it gets nasty, 190, but man, this $200 got to hold. And that's it. Just kind of keep an eye on them watch lists. This is a sneaky snake trading strategy. Go ahead and copy and paste that. That's my personal watch list that I look at every morning. I go through every one of these tickers at least 5 times a day. At least 5 times a day. I just run right through them. Boom, 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 boom. And if I see something interesting, which I do always, on this list alone, I'll find a trade on here today. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. This is a sneaky snake trading strategy where we talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. Have a great day.